Hey, it's Steve Zelnardo here with Remax Experts Zelnardo Associates. Happy Monday morning. Just a real quick update on the market. Current inventory 19,184 units. So remember last week we reported it was like 19,050, so it's up slightly. Amount of sales compared to last week to this week, very similar. Last week was like 8 and change. Now we're at 815. But what it tells me right now, just this, what's happening with the inventory, it's starting to slow down as a dump. Happened early on in September when kids started going back to school and everyone wanted to get their homes on the market. So it looks like that kind of like tailored off. But to be honest, we're still getting calls regarding financial issues and holding power, and also, what's my next steps? What should I do? We're getting these calls frequently. Also, last week we had 2 listing appointments based on the same theory, 2 different areas, 2 different area codes, same problem. So clearly, this is like a pandemic in Canada right now, which is the affordability right now of holding properties, and do we hold it or do we dump it? So this is what we're quite going into right now. So it is what it is. We sort of planned for this regardless. We're just, again, the lag time of when we thought this was going to happen is took about 6 to 7 months later. There's an interesting article and gives me hope going on forward with real estate. And again, we mimic the U.S. clearly, so we always have to look out for what the U.S. is doing. What I like is that Warren Buffett, which I respect totally, he's, to me, he's not a sexy investor. He's very conservative, and I love what he says, and I follow what he says. He's got a great quote where it's like, I don't invest in anything that I don't understand. So like cryptocurrency and stuff like that, all that tech stuff, which I don't totally understand. I never got into. Real estate's pretty much the only thing I understand, and maybe cars and like watches and stuff like that. But other than that, it's like we always stick to what we know and based on his theory. But what I like is that he just invested like $800 million into D.R. Horton, which is basically between D.R. Horton and Lennar here in the U.S., they're like top 1 and 2, and they kind of trade places every so often. So they're the largest bigger builders here in America. So if you read this paragraph here, it says Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway now owns roughly 5.7 million shares, the largest home builder in the U.S. And then not only that, they've also bought about $800 million of D.R. Horton, another $120 million of Lennar Homes, and then he bought 11,000 shares of NVR, which is a sister company to D.R. Horton. So again, these guys are heavily invested into real estate, which I like. Also, these builders, they have 2 separate models. Obviously, they're building homes for single family homes. They're condominiums, people that are downsizing. So basically, housing rather for purchase. And now they've always created. Now they're kind of ramping up as a division on rental market. So they're building small condo complexes to kind of house in more of a rental. Like a REIT rather than let's say something that they build and sell. They're going to be building, holding, and renting. So this is a big arm that they're doing right now, and that obviously tells you about the future of affordability. But the good thing is that they are investing back into housing, and I like that Warren's investing back into housing, because if you notice the way he invested, he kind of pulled everything out in 2020 during the COVID era, and he dumped like a lot of stuff, like airline industry and stuff like that. He dumped like $5 billion. He lost a shitload of money, and now this is the first time he's actually put money back in the market, and he's put it back into real estate, which gives me great hope. Obviously, with selling, more in the real estate business, we're selling, buying, investing, but also the development section of it now, where it's like we're on a teetering process right now because of obviously the interest rate. It's murderous, and again, this is all the calls we're getting for the selling aspect of real estate is based on affordability and just the stress of holding stuff. So that's pretty much it, guys. Have a great day. If you have any question, you can always reach out, 647-962-4372. Have a great day.